This is called Blues Stuff. It's a CVT guitar lesson for Graham. Graham, this is your first CVT guitar lesson. I like how you gave me the liberty just to, you gave me a few in the styles of like Long Cold Winter album from Cinderella and Mick Mars and Stevie Ray Vaughan. So I had a good time just trying to dial in that concept. I'm using standard tuning for this one. Your tabs, I put fingerings for the majority of everything you see, but fingering can change. We all have different length. Different, you know, some people have long fingers, short fingers, but it'll give you a guide. This one, you can use a pick, but I prefer the fingers, thumb, index, and middle on the A, D, and G. But what I'm doing is 2A and 2D. And I'm going to pluck the strings 5, 4, 3 and hammer onto the first fret G. That makes it an E major. It's just called E major blues. Open E, and then 4A, barred second fret D and G. That's an A with a C sharp bass. Open E, and then 5, 5, 4 A, D, G. Just picture the E major shape. It's a G chord. And then open E, back to the A with the C sharp bass. You're going to go 4 times of that. Then open A, and then a barred A major chord, second fret D, G, and B. I'll go A, and you can either go thumb, thumb, or you can go thumb, index, middle, third. Just different routes on this. I'm going to go all the finger route. Then open A, 4D, open G, 3B, open A, 5th fret, D, 5th fret B, open G, open A, back to 403, and that's going to go twice. So your outline is basically, we have that open A in between each one of them. Okay, then we're going to go back to the first one. I set it up as a loop, so you know, it's something you could jam with your buddies, or if you have a loop station or whatever, record it and solo over it. Back to the first one we did with the E minor hammer on, or the E major hammer on. That's going to go twice through. From there, this is a chord Stevie Ray Vaughan used a lot. You're going to open E, hammer to 7E with the middle finger, and then 7, 6, 7, D, G, B. Now I got the fingering in there. This one you kind of got to use this fingering. So the hammer, hit D, G, and B, quick rest, hit it again, let it ring. Do the exact same thing, move it back a whole step, 2 flats, or they're 2 half steps, is a whole step. So it's... and then... So you're going to go B and E open. I'm using index middle. If you have a pick, obviously you would just strum them. And then 2G with the index and open B. Curve that knuckle up so it doesn't mute out the B string. We're going to hammer the 3rd G, pull off to 2 and pull off to open. To 2D. As long as you hear that B on the initial strike, that's cool. By the time you hammer, it's probably going to mute it, but you want to have that 2-note concept for the start of this technique. Open E, so 3 on the 3rd fret, or middle finger 3rd fret, 3rd string. I'm going to pick that, slide it a half step up to 4, keep it down and go 4E, and then open B. That's a hold, so by the time you're done, you're hearing 3 notes. Move it back a half step, go G, E, B. Another half step, same thing. So it's... I'm going thumb, middle, index. And then 1st fret G, open B. Which is basically implying an E major chord. You can throw a low E on the end if you want. Alright, that's the first one. Number 2. Now, I don't know if you have a slide bar, but since you kind of let me custom design this, I wanted to give you a little bit of a some different blues concepts in the style of Cinderella, kind of the Long Cold Winter album. And hold on here. So we have, one second, let's go to the in between pickup. No, we're gonna stay on the, you can mess around with different pickups, but I'm not advanced with slide bar by no means, but I can get you through the basics. Keep it as flat as you can, don't push down hard on the strings. We're gonna intro it with 11 D, which when I say 11, the true pitch of the D flat note is right above the fret wire on fret 11. So start there, slide it to 12, and then hit the 12 G. And then open D and G. So we have quick rest, and then opens again. The rest of this is played on the D and G. 5th fret, slide to 7th. Open D and G. 3rd fret, slide to 5. Remember, right above the fret wire. So we're moving up to the 5th fret wire. And then 3rd fret, vibrato. Just slight around that fret, back and forth, will give you a vibrato. Let's try it on the neck pickup. Okay, so it's going to be 4 of those. From there, wrote this out in rhythmic form where you can loop this as well. Same strings, 3rd, slide to 5. Once you get to the 5th, leave it there. You don't have to strum it when you get there, but we're going to do some arpeggiating. D, G, D, B, G. So it's, and then strum both of them on the 5th fret, slide to the 3rd. Vibrato. So we have. From there, 5th fret, D and G, slide to 7, and then B, G, D picked. Actually, yeah, switch pages. Top of page 3, B, G, D again. So, and then strum to the 7th fret, slide to 10, vibrato. So, right? Right above the 10th fret wire. And then you could repeat the whole concept and have a cool little slide bar rhythm that's not too difficult. Hopefully not too difficult. Number 3, E major blues. Kind of the style of Aerosmith, I'd say. Alright, so let's break that down. E5 power chord, which is just an open E, 2nd fret A. We're going to go down, down, up, 3rd fret, low E, half step bend. So we're bending a G to a G sharp. If you want to do some ear training, you could go fret 4 and bend the 3rd fret to that. It passes pretty quick. Open E, 5A, slide to 7, vibrato. And then repeat the first half up to the 3rd fret, low E bend, to 5-6 AD, vibrato. Repeat the first part again, to 4-7 AD, vibrato. So we have a, right? And then we'll finish it out with some octaves. 2A, muted D, 4G, and mute the B just to be safe with the angle of the pinky or 3rd finger, whatever finger you use. We're going to strum A through G, slide it to 3/5, so it's B octaves, B root and octave to C root and octave. Up strum once you get there, down strum back to 2/4, so it's... I'm also muting string 6 with the tip of my index and my middle. I rest it right on there, I'm not pushing nothing down. Open 2 AD, it's an A5 power chord. 3rd fret low E half step bend into an E5 power chord. So it's... And you could repeat that again. I would go 2 times. Give you an A section and a B. Actually, no, it's got quite a few sections in it. Real shuffly part here. It's the E5 power chord. Open 2 EA. Down, rest, up, and then palm mute. Light pressure with the palm right in front of the bridge. Don't choke the note out. Make sure you can feel that bridge, and you'll get a good palm mute. Down, rest, up, 4. This is all palm muted, so it's... And then reverse that, 4 to 3, up, down. So... And you can experiment with the strumming angles. And then play the first half again up to the 4th fret. I go 2 ups on this one. Into an open EB, so... And then back to the first one. And then 7D, 10B. These are octaves. Now, when you play any octave starting with the D string for the root, you got to skip 2 frets. So, but always be concerned with muting above, in between, and below strings just to secure yourself. We're going to slide that up to 9/12. Back a half step, back a half step. So it's... Okay, and I would do that part 4 times. You know, this one time is this. Do that times 4, and then next to almost complete it, A5, open A, 2D. Oops. Oops. So, open 2 AD, quick rest, and then palm mute open A, and then open 4 AD. Same thing again, but go to the 5th fret after. Same thing back to 4th. Same thing back to 2. And then a palm muted open A. So if you played all that, it's... Double pull-offs, 4th fret and 2nd fret on the G. We're going to pick the 4, pull off the 2, pull off to open. Put a good snap on that finger, catch it on the below string is what I would do. Same thing on the D string. And that's really a good exercise if you want to work on the double pull-offs. Into a G major. I call this the rock G. 3E muted A, 3B and 3E. We're going to go 2 times with a quick rest after each. To E7, from the top string down, open 2, open 1, 3, open. Hit all 6. Down, up, and then that one's over. Top of page 4, E major blues, style of Stevie Ray Vaughan. And, let's see, let's try it again. Okay, so the E5, open 2, EA. Now, I'm palm muting sporadically in here. You don't have to palm mute any of it. I just thought it gave it a pretty cool feel. Down, and then up on the E and B. Palm mute 3E. Up, down, 4-2 EA, palm muted. So your bass melody is... Open E and B up. And then a little filler riff. 3A, hammer to 4. And then 2D, and I'm going down, hammer up. So So we have, start the first half over up to the 4th fret low E. And then 1A, hammer to 2. Bar that to the 2D, so it's a hold. Open A, hammer 1, pull open to 3E, so it's... So we had one that went, and then we're going to go back to the first one with an ending. 2G, middle finger, slide to 4. Now this is a hold once you get to the target note on your slide. Leave it ringing, add 3B, up on open E. So it's 4, slide to 2, pull to open on the G. 2D,